around, Tanya. Still really heavy police presence here near Cermak and State. You can see that police have taped off a portion of the area right now. Detectives are surrounding a white sedan that appears to be connected to this incident. Chicago police saying that early this morning around 9:30 there was a fight between two women. That scene unfolding here near State and Cermak. One of the women allegedly pulled out a gun and shot the other woman in the face. The 31-year-old victim was taken to the hospital and later died. Now the suspect has been taken into custody, and Chicago police say this is still a very ongoing investigation. So once again, this taking place here near Cermak in State, still very active as we speak, and we'll get you more information.
Put the gun in the car. The gun, she shot her? Let's go right here. She shot her.
Alright, very unfortunate news today, y'all. And one of the main reasons we like to go over these type of stories is to bring awareness of these things, hoping that maybe it can help save a life or get out of a situation ahead of time before it's too late. I feel in certain situations, whether it's relationships, friendships, or whatever, there's red flags before the ultimate happens, but we chose to ignore them. Whether it's women or men, in some instances, either one can be a victim. I don't know what's going on, but it seems like these cases where a woman or man is being unalived over their spouse or someone that they dealt with in the past are becoming way too common. And we're seeing a lot of people losing their lives, especially women, over crimes of passion, or at least out of passion. In this video today, we're going to be talking about a woman who lost her life due to an altercation she had with her baby father's other baby mother while at her son's school dropping them off. To make matters worse, the kid had to witness his own mother getting shot in the face and laying in a pool of blood, while him along with the father had to watch her lose her life. Now understand the type of trauma this kid will have to live with. It's one thing to lose a parent, then it's another thing to know that that parent isn't basically here because of the other parent, but then it's another thing to have watched it all transpire right in front of your own eyes. That's enough to make any adult go crazy, let alone a child. And the worst part about it all is right before she lost her life, she wrote him a letter attached to his lunch that she packed for him, which would be the last thing she would write before her life was taken. I'm sure her son is definitely going to keep that note forever, as it's the last positive thing he has to remember about his mom. Now on the flip side of this, I have a bunch of questions when it comes to this woman that lost her life. For one, how was both of their kids going to the same school if that is the case? Was it planned? Was it always tension between the two because it almost had to be if the other baby mother felt strong enough to shoot her and take her life? This doesn't seem like something random, and in fact, it seemed like something that was brewing for a while. Although I could be wrong, because I know in most cases people act out of anger and do things that they later regret without caring about the consequences. So let's get into this tragic situation where a woman lost her life after an altercation she had with her baby father's other baby mother at their son's school. Now before we get into it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button so we can get this video into the algorithm, and if you're not subscribed to the platform already, make sure you do so now. Let's get into it.
One is dead, another behind bars after shooting Chicago's South Loop this morning.
WGN's Courtney Spinelli joins us live with more on this shooting near a school, Courtney.
Yeah, good evening to you both. Grieving family members and friends of the 31-year-old victim tell me she had just dropped her son off at school this morning when she was shot and killed. Now the woman who allegedly pulled the trigger is in police custody tonight.
It's so sad you can't even just think straight.
Not long after the bell rang at this elementary school Monday morning, gunshots rang out nearby, leaving a young boy without his mom.
I mean, what do you tell a kid? When you just drop me off, how do you just say she's not here anymore? How do you explain it?
Police say the 31-year-old victim, whose name has not yet been released, was near Cermak and State just after 9. Early information leads investigators to believe some sort of a fight unfolded and the suspect pulled out a gun, shooting the victim in the face. The victim was rushed to Stroger Hospital while the suspect was cuffed at the scene.
It's not fair. The person doesn't come back. You need to understand it. They don't come back. Your life is taken too. So well, who really lose? Everybody lose. It's no win in the situation.
Kanisha works across the street and saw the aftermath of what happened. She doesn't know the victim, but is devastated for her family and friends and calls this preventable.
Violence is not the way to keep doing it. Nobody wins in a situation.
A family now looking for justice, as sources close to the investigation say detectives are speaking with witnesses and reviewing evidence to figure out exactly what happened.
It's so scary and sad. I don't even know I feel real bad for the lady.
Now, according to the Chicago Sun-Times, it is a quote, "A woman is under arrest after allegedly fatally shooting another woman during a domestic fight Monday morning on the near South Side. The shooting happened around 9:05 a.m. when a 31-year-old woman and a woman she knew began fighting in the 2200 block of South State Street. One of the women pulled a gun and opened fire, striking the 31-year-old in her face. She was taken to Stroger Hospital, where she was pronounced deceased."
I'm licensed to carry.
It doesn't matter.
You shot somebody. What's wrong with you?
Calm down. Calm the fuck down.
She put the gun in the car. The gun, she shot her? This girl right here. She shot her. She put the gun in the car. She put the gun in the car. She put it in the car. Arrest.
Now, the 31-year-old victim's name was Romeca Meeks. She had a son with a man who goes by the name of Carlos Lososway on social media. Carlos will have another baby mother by the name of Holly Johnson, according to social media. Now, as y'all know, the news always going to have whatever story that they're told, opposed to the people that was actually there. And according to witnesses who've seen what happened, they're saying that Romeca was dropping her son off to school. When she got there, she would immediately get into an argument with the suspect, who is her baby father's other baby mother. Now, I asked myself, how are they kids going to the same exact school? Because that's not only a coincidence, but it's also a recipe for disaster waiting to happen. Was it planned? Did the other baby mother do it out of spite? Or is it just that it's a zone school that they all have to go to, period, due to where they are located? Who knows? Now, after the two baby mothers would get into the incident, witnesses say the baby father would arrive to the school after he was called presumably by the suspect, and instead of assessing the situation, he himself would get involved. At whatever point of the altercation, he would put Romeca in the headlock, which is the time his other baby mother, Holly, would run to her car and get a firearm, and while Romeca was in the headlock by the baby father, his other baby mother would proceed to shoot her in the face while Romeca wasn't able to defend herself. I personally feel the baby father should definitely be arrested, because if the victim is arrested for her involvement, he definitely played as an accessory to the crime. It was no reason he put his hands on that woman, and if I'm not mistaken, shouldn't that be considered assault? Whether it's not, as a man, when he came to the location, he seen that they were arguing. He was supposed to take the girl he's currently involved with and leave. But instead of de-escalating the situation, like a man who's in between both of these women are supposed to do, he escalated it. Now, we don't know what the argument was for, because it could potentially be a bunch of things. Maybe he was playing both sides, messing with both and causing confusion, or maybe the two women had previous tension in the past that built up, so when they finally seen each other, it just came out. Or it was just an argument that turned fatal due to both of their relationships with that baby father.
Now, the victim's loved ones tell me she was an outstanding mom who always showed up for her son. She had the purest soul, and she was the life of their friend group. Her family says she was working to become a nurse, something that was cut short. As of tonight, no charges have been filed against anyone in connection with her death. Live outside the 1st Police District, I'm Courtney Spinelli. Back to you.
Carlos has since deleted a Facebook post he made addressing what happened, because he will face all types of backlash in the comment section. But as y'all know, social media is fast. Carlos would post saying, quote, "Worst day of my life." After deleting that post, people would attack his comment section underneath his other photos, as one person would say, quote, "Not you deleting the other post which you claiming yesterday was the worst day of your life." They still about to fry your tail in these comments. Big goofy energy. Now with social media being social media, y'all know there's a slew of opinions going around. Some people feel he's wrong, while other people feel that it wasn't his fault. He's just caught in the middle of a bad situation. One user would say, quote, "Prayers for Carlos Los's way and his family. Hold them kids tight, bro. They need you." And F what these people talking about. They some Facebook media detectives. They'll judge their mama if somebody posted her business. Love, bro, keep your head up. Now another user will have a little difference of opinion, as this user would say, quote, "Rest in peace to Romeca Meeks, a young mother whose life was tragically taken in front of her own child simply for doing the right thing. What I saw was nothing but jealousy, and jealousy is deadly. Romeca was in her glow, and another woman couldn't take it. A woman knows her man's heart, and that girl knew where his heart truly was. But instead of walking away, she chose destruction. And to make it worse, the father of Romeca's child showed no concern for his own son or his child's mother. Imagine driving all the way from Milwaukee to your child's school to fight the mother of your child with your new woman. That is heartbreaking on so many levels. When will we learn? Walking away doesn't make you weak or scared. It means you value your peace. A queen was taken out of her glow, taken from her child, and for what? My people just out here lost souls, adults out here playing God, but keep forgetting God's judgment is harsher. This story broke my heart. She was so beautiful, and you could tell her spirit was too. Good morning, world. We still must choose wisely of who we have children with. Have a productive day, prayer hand emojis, and heart emoji. Now, some people are wondering what this user meant in this post when she spoke on jealousy coming from the new baby mother, Holly. This is because it seemed like the new baby mother just had the baby shower for the child that she shared with Carlos in June. However, a post made by Romeca would hint that Carlos was still checking for her despite him having a soon-to-be baby with his other baby mother. She would take to her Facebook on August 20th, 2 months after Carlos and Holly had their baby shower, and she would say, quote, "How long does it take a BD to get over his first BM? Asking for myself because this N-word got to get off my D. And be a dad. I'm tired of getting popped up on at my job, in school, ready to get fought on. N-word, go fight them other B-words you clearly don't want. I only argue with you about our son, and I'm effing a million N-words and disrespectful. B-word, I'm such a HOE, but don't want you on my mama G. You don't have my number or address. I'm tired of you playing with my name on me. Mr. Always say I'ma do or buy my son some, and don't. I'm finna start eating you up, B-word. Hate my BM man." Now, judging from that post, it's clear that there must have been some type of double dipping by the baby father, or at least him attempting to. Not to mention, she also made it very clear that he pops up on her at her school and job and attempts to fight her in the past. So him along with his other BM popping up on her at their child's school clearly wasn't some random act, and seems like this is something that was normal. So clearly, Romeca was being stalked and targeted. This should be enough evidence to prove that this was premeditated, and this was an incident that seemed to be well sought out. Some people on social media state that maybe it was a love triangle turned fatal, but judging from this post, Romeca wanted nothing to do with him and was actually exposing him for what he doesn't do for their child. That doesn't sound like someone that wanted any parts of him, and in fact, maybe it's things like this why he may have played a part in her demise. He claims it was the worst day of his life and then took the post down immediately. But I can't see him really caring for someone who had these type of feelings towards him, especially hearing what he did and have her in a headlock. Now, others are saying that it will be considered self-defense because it was a fight that transpired, but that's another problem within the culture that I see people use as an excuse all the time. In the video, you can hear the woman who shot her say, "I'm licensed to carry." Most people, especially in these stand your ground states, feel that just because they're licensed to carry, that gives them the right to take someone's life. And that's completely false. I always feel that there should be an exception somewhere in that law, because what it does is enable people to think that they could shoot whenever, however, whoever they want, even if it's a simple scuffle. A lot of people have the mentality where they say, "I'm not gonna fight you, I'ma just shoot you." And personally, it's sad. Yes, shoot if necessary or if it's life-threatening danger. But these days, people are using self-defense and stand your ground laws as an excuse to take somebody's life over the simplest things. Besides, according to reports, they say the woman who lost her life was held in a headlock by the baby father when his other baby mother came and shot her in her head and face area. So to be honest with you, she should be locked up immediately because her life wasn't in no immediate danger if the girl was already in a headlock. And what a coward move by her baby father to have her in a headlock in the first place. He should also be locked up because he held her against her will. Can you imagine getting your life taken and you don't even see it coming? That has to be one of the most scariest feelings. Can you imagine early in the morning, your last thought would be to lose your life as you're set on taking your child to school and you're more worried about them having a good day. Because according to the note she would write to her son and put in his lunchbox, it'll say, quote, "Happy Monday, son. Today is a fresh start to this and you can start off strong. Always remain yourself. You're the coolest, smartest, and funniest kid I know. I love you so much and you made me so proud. Have a good day. Mommy loves you. Love, Mommy." Damn. Now for anybody that think fighting over another person is worth it, leave it alone. Here we have a woman who basically took another woman's life all over a man who may have potentially been trying to play both sides, which would be the worst part. And aside from that, now one baby mother is no longer on this earth while the other one may potentially spend the rest of her life behind bars. Then who knows? After investigations are done, it's also a possibility that the baby father may go behind bars too due to his involvement leading to this woman losing her life. And let's say he doesn't. Now she spends the rest of her life behind bars while he chasing behind other women, and 9 times out of 10, he just may forget about it. But let's say they do snatch him up. This in return will leave 2 kids without any of their parents. How crazy is that? The crazier part also is the fact that both of the kids are siblings and will have to come to grips that one parent took the life of another parent at some point in their life. Crazy. Now I personally think the man should be charged because there's no reason that he had that woman in the headlock unless she was very uncontrollable and attacking him, in which I doubt that happened because it seemed like they came up to the school to approach her. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments, man. Was it self-defense or all parties involved should be charged? Rest in peace to Romeca Meeks. Condolences to her family, and may her child be well. Y'all jump in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'ma keep on dropping. I'm out.
Ain't put too much pressure on you. Know it's lessons for you. I want you to know that you the one. Learning the importance of spending time at the party. I ain't have a daddy, I ain't know where to start. Yours the main life I wanna party in. That make you